allow tonight's tale to gently lead you to restful dreams. Yuri and Veronica, Guardians of Nature. This story is about a young girl named Yuri, who, guided by the celestial being Veronica, becomes a guardian of nature. In a quaint village nestled between lush green valleys and serene, mist-covered hills lived a young girl named Yuri. She had always felt a deep connection with nature, spending her days wandering through the forest, listening to the whispers of the trees and sensing the pulse of the earth. One night as she lay in her bed, the full moon bathed her room in silver light. She felt an inexplicable calling, a pull that drew her outside into the enchanting night. As she walked towards the heart of the forest, she saw a celestial being descend from the heavens, shimmering with an ethereal glow. Her name was Veronica, and she radiated a warmth that made the woods come alive. Yuri, with her heart pounding, approached Veronica. "Who are you?" "Right," she whispered, awe-stricken. "I am Veronica, a guardian of nature," the being replied with a voice that sounded like wind chimes. "And Yuri, you're destined to help me protect this world's beauty." Happy Veronica extended her hand, and as Yuri took it, she felt a surge of energy flow through her veins. The stars above danced in unison, and the forest seemed to breathe with newfound life. Together, they roamed the woods, healing damaged plants, soothing distressed animals, and restoring balance. Days turned into nights, and nights into days, as Yuri and Veronica worked hand in hand. They formed a bond that transcended words, a silent understanding that bound their souls. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Veronica turned to Yuri. "It is time off," she said gently. Yuri's heart tightened at the thought of parting, but she knew deep down it was inevitable. "Remember, the essence of nature is within you," said Veronica. She kissed Yuri's forehead, and in that moment, the young girl felt an immense peace wash over her. As Yuri watched Veronica ascend back to the skies, she knew her role was clear, to be the guardian of nature's wonders, just as Veronica had guided her to be. She would carry on the celestial being like Red's legacy, ensuring the forest thrived for generations to come. Here's another story to bring you comfort and peace. Tulip and Sedge's Grand Celebration. This story is about a girl named Tulip and her hedgehog friend Sedge, who organize a memorable celebration for their village harvest festival. In a quaint little village nestled amidst rolling hills, lived a kind-hearted girl named Tulip and her best friend, a clever hedgehog named Sedge. The village was known for its vibrant gardens, where flowers bloomed in radiant colors, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of nature. One sunny morning, Tulip and Sedge decided to organize a grand celebration for the upcoming harvest festival. They wanted to bring the whole village together in joy and harmony. Tulip, with her love for flowers, decorated the village square with garlands of roses, lilies, and marigolds. Sedge, with his knack for organization, planned a series of fun activities that included games, music, and striffolken. As the day of the festival approached, villagers buzzed with excitement, eager to participate in the festivities. On the morning of the celebration, the sky was clear, and the sun shone brightly, casting a golden glow over the village. Tulip and Sedge were the first to arrive at the village square, making final preparations to ensure everything was perfect. The scent of freshly baked bread and pies wafted through the air, tempting everyone who passed by. Tables were adorned with delicious treats, and the stage was set for performances by local musicians and storytellers. Families and friends gathered, sharing laughter and making memories. Children ran round playing games, their laughter echoing through the square. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, the village square glowed with warm lights strung from tree to tree. A sense of togetherness and happiness filled the air. Tulip and Sedge stood there, watching the joyful scene. Tulip turned to Sedge and said, "This is even better than I imagined." Sedge nodded, his small eyes twinkling with satisfaction. "It truly is," he replied. As the night continued, the village shared stories, sang songs, and danced under the starry sky. It was a night filled with magic, where worries faded, and only joy remained. The bonds among the villagers grew stronger, and the celebration became a cherished memory for all. As the festivities drew to a close, Tulip and Sedge felt a deep sense of accomplishment. They had brought their village together, creating a celebration that would be talked about for years to come. The village now looked forward to making this grand celebration an annual tradition, thanks to the efforts and heartwarming spirit of Tulip and Sedge. Now, let's embrace the next chapter. The Promise Between Puffania and Orchid. This story is about a girl named Pia who meets a sunbeam spirit named Orchid and makes a heartfelt promise to protect everyone's smiles. In a quaint village nestled in a lush valley, there lived a girl named Petunia, whose heart was as bright as the morning sun. Had a sparkling imagination and adored the stories about the sunbeam spirits that her grandmother used to tell. One evening, while Petunia was wandering near the edge of the enchanted forest, she saw a brilliant light flicker through the trees. Drawn by its magic, she ventured closer and found herself face to face with Orchid, a radiant sunbeam spirit. Orchid had hair that shimmered like liquid gold and eyes that sparkled with stardust. Petunia felt an instant connection to Orchid, and knew she had stumbled upon something extraordinary. "Hello, Petunia," Orchid said with a voice like a melody. "I have watched you from afar and admired your kindness. You see, everything in this world is bound by promises, and I have an important one to ask of you." Petunia's eyes widened with curiosity. "What kind of promise?" Orchid took Petunia's hand gently and whispered, "Promise me you will protect the smiles of everyone you meet." Petunia's heart swelled with purpose. She nodded eagerly and said, "I promise, Orchid." From that day, Petunia carried Orchid's promise in her heart like a sacred treasure. She went about her days offering help, spreading joy, and making sure everyone's smiles remained. Life had its challenges, but Petunia's resolve never wavered. One particularly hard day, when the clouds seemed heavy with sorrow, Petunia felt disheartened. As she rested beneath an old oak tree, she closed her eyes and whispered, "Orchid, I need you." Suddenly, a warm glow enveloped her. Opening her eyes, Petunia saw Orchid standing before her, shining brighter than ever. "Do not lose hope, dear Petunia," Orchid said kindly. "Remember, your promise was to protect smiles, including your own." With newfound determination, Petunia smiled and hugged Orchid. Orchid's light filled Petunia with warmth and strength. And just as quickly as she appeared, Orchid was gone, but her presence lingered, a reminder of the promise's power. Over time, Petunia's village became known for its laughter and love, all because one little girl kept a big promise. Years later, when Petunia was older, she would tell her own children and grandchildren about the day she met Orchid and the promise they made. And just as her grandmother had done, she told them the importance of keeping promises, for they bind our hearts to each other and to the world. Every evening as the sun set, Petunia would whisper to the sky, "Thank you, Orchid," knowing that the sunbeam spirit was still watching over them all. Let's journey gently to the next story. Crocus and the Springtime Celebration. This story is about a human named Crocus and a spring sprite named Anemone, who form a bond and celebrate the essence of spring together. In a quaint little village nestled between emerald hills and crystal clear brooks lived a human named Crocus. One morning, as the first light of spring dawned, Crocus walked into the dew meadow. There, among the blooming flowers and fluttering butterflies, she found a tiny, glowing figure, an enchanting spring sprite named Inuma. In her radiant wings and lively aura, Anemone embodied the spirit of spring itself. Crocus and Anemone quickly became friends, exploring the wondrous landscapes of the village together. They would chase rainbows, gather fragrant blossoms and weave garlands to adorn their heads. Anemone shared lore of ancient springs and taught Crocus the songs of the earth. Each song was a melody of renewal and a reminder of nature's eternal cycle. As the days grew warmer, the village prepared for the springtime celebration, a grand festival to honor the changing seasons. Crocus and Anemone were at the heart of these preparations, helping to decorate the village square with vibrant banners and flowers. The evening of the festival arrived, bathed in the golden glow of a setting sun. Villagers gathered in joyous anticipation, wearing colorful attire and carrying woven baskets filled with treats. Laughter filled the air as musicians played delightful tunes. Crocus stood by Anemone, marveling at the harmony that surrounded them. Anemone then took to the center of the square, her wings shimmering under the twilight. She began a dance, so graceful and enchanting, that it seemed as though time itself paused to watch. Her movements told the stories of springs gone by, of rebirth and celebration. Inspired, Crocus joined her, their dance weaving tales of unity between humans and nature. The villagers watched in awe, their spirits lifted and hearts full. As the dance concluded, a gentle breeze whispered through the village, carrying the scent of blossoms and promise of more seasons to come. Crocus realized that this festival was not just a celebration of spring, but of life and its beautiful cycles. Hand in hand, she and Anemone vowed to cherish each moment and continue their dance of friendship, forever intertwined with the spirit of the season. May you wake up refreshed and renewed. Good night.